If you picked it up, man. Legislation says leave it. If you haven't left it, you ain't committed a crime. They'll fine you £150.
You are misleading. It will not be a fine, instead will be a fixed penalty notice.
Are you serious right now?
Take your ID back, pick it up and walk off. They can't do nothing.
Pick it up.
Okay, sir.
If you've picked it up, the legislation states leave it, my friend. So you haven't done anything, you picked it up, all right?
Yes.
So it looks like DP Audits again is catching the same person misleading people into giving their ID to get a penalty notice. Listen to how this guy changed what he was saying and said it's not a fine, it's a penalty notice. What's the difference? One's from the police and one's a council. They're both taking money off you. It's just a different way of saying it. The fact that he turns around and says that DP is misleading people by quoting the law, and the words what are in the law is misleading apparently. No, it's not. What is misleading is you telling people you're not going to get fined, you're going to get a penalty notice. The same difference. There is no difference in it. They're still going to get money taken off them for putting something on the floor and picking it up, because that's what happened. He put something on the floor or threw something on the floor and picked it up. The law clearly states leave. You must leave. Now, I'm not one for people littering. I don't like littering. I think it's very messy. Now, I don't smoke, so I definitely don't like tab ends thrown everywhere. But if you're going to find somebody, actually fine them and then pick the rubbish up yourself. If you're not that bothered about the money and thinking it and you're there for the environment, pick it up. But they don't. They're just there for the fat paycheck at the end of it. They've got quarters to meet and that's what they'll do. Right, I'm not gonna... I'm probably not... Let's just get straight into this video.
When the bin is not hot, you can see the two bins.
Good man.
One is over there, one over there.
Good man. Good man.
Basically, it's criminal offence in UK.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Apologies, man. Apologies.
Section 88.
I'm standing here, man. You're behind me, man.
Identification. Have you got any sort of ID with you?
You don't have to give your ID if you picked it up, man. Legislation says leave it. If you haven't left it, you ain't committed a crime. They'll fine you £150.
You are misleading. It will not be a fine, instead will be a fixed penalty notice.
Are you serious right now?
Take your ID back, pick it up and walk off. They can't do nothing.
Pick it up.
Okay, sir.
If you've picked it up, the legislation states leave it, my friend. So you haven't done anything, you picked it up, all right?
Yes. Constitutes another offence because you are legally required in the section.
It's not, no. You're not, no. Leave it on the legislation.
If I'm doing something wrong, it is
Can I
being
take
recorded.
a picture of your ID then? You can see his and I'll take a picture of yours.
I can show you, ma'am. Don't take the picture.
Well, I
because
can.
Well, you have to identify yourself as a council worker. Yes, you do. Identify yourself.
I have already
Mate, you're not
identified
helping.
to sir. Sir, this is my ID.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, please don't take the picture.
Well, I can.
Yes.
Legally, I can.
And don't take the
Legally, I
picture.
can.
Ma'am, you know, people
Legally,
make
I
group
can.
mistakes. Okay.
Legally, I can. Yes, I can. If you want to take his and do what you need to do with that, then legally I can too.
Okay, sir.
I'll just walk off, guys, if I was you.
Yeah, because
He's got to fine you £150.
The key.
He's got to fine you £150. Just walk off, man. It's civil. He can't do nothing. Just walk off.
Come on.
Just walk off. He can't touch you anyway. He's not a copper.
Okay then, so I'm going to have to repeat myself again. So the Environmental Protection Act of 1990, and we're talking about section 87. A person is guilty of an offence if he throws down, drops, or otherwise disposes of any litter in a place to which this section applies and leaves it. Right, so I'm not going to go any further. Keyword, leaves it. So he's not misleading anybody when the keyword is leaving it. Now, there's also the Clean Neighbourhoods. Yeah, the Clean Neighbourhood and Environmental Act of 2005, and we're talking about section 18. As you can see, says the exact same thing. A person is guilty of an offence if he throws down, drops, or otherwise disposes of any litter in any place to which this section applies and leaves it. Now, this is just parroting what it said in the Environmental Health Act, but it adds a few little extras, like fixed penalty notices and blah de blah de blah. I'm not going to go into it all. If you want to go into it, then you can. You know what it is. All you have to do is stick section 18 of the Clean Clean Neighborhoods and Environments Act, or you can just go on Environmental Protection Act of 1938 section, and it'll come up the same thing. Or if you can't be bothered with sticking all that in, you can just put Littering Laws UK in on Google, and it'll come straight up with the Clean Neighborhoods and Environmental Act, and then obviously it also quotes it right there, so you can just put that in, or you can just go to the bottom and there's links here to everything. But all that being said, he is not misleading anybody. He has to leave the rubbish. Now, if he picks it up, he has not left it. It doesn't matter if he puts it down, walks away, and then goes back and picks it up. People accidentally drop stuff and then they realise they've dropped it and they go back and pick it up. So he is not committing an offence because you have to leave it. It's that simple. But let's continue into the video.
It's a criminal offence.
It's not a criminal offence, you haven't left it. If the legislation says leave it, he's lying to you. Again.
Video machine. Keep your ID. What?
No, sir.
That's what you just said. You just said you were going to leave your ID.
So I need to write down your details.
I've got a video of these on YouTube. I saved a woman a fine last week with them, man. They did it last week, man. The woman picked it up and they still do it, innit? The legislation says leave it, innit?
Which you are not supposed to pay now. You can have...
Yeah, if you ain't got your details, they can't find you. He's not a copper.
You can also ask for your...
Bro, they're walking away. Leave them. You can't follow them. You're not allowed to follow them, bro. Bro, you're not allowed to follow them. Stop following them.
Your driving license is being recorded on the camera as well.
Bro, you're following them. You're not allowed to.
Being able to identify you.
He's not allowed to follow you. It's by law, man.
Fine from the post can go maximum 2,500 pounds potentially. At the moment, it doesn't have any impact.
Bro, stop following them, man.
Because I dropped the faggot.
You picked it up, didn't you? I did. So you didn't leave it. The legislation states to leave it. The legislation prompts policy. He's talking about policy. Their policy told him to tell you to pick it up originally.
You didn't pick it up. You left it on the floor.
And he picked it up, yeah. You reminded him he made a mistake and he picked it up, didn't he?
You need to get yourself identified.
He's not actually illegally allowed to.
He's not allowed to take your. He's not allowed to follow you illegally. I do this. I've got a YouTube channel doing this stuff, mate. That's why I'm doing this. Leave them, man. Stop following them.
Misleading people.
Stop following them. Why are you breaking the law following them?
From me.
Stop following them then, innit?
So, sir, if you are refusing to get yourself identified, the matter can do it.
Bloody hell, the police have got a...
Yeah, because it's a criminal offence.
It's not. He's not left
Check the
it.
legislation, then you might.
I'll get the legislation up for you. I'll show you. Go in here. He can't follow you in a bar.
Exactly right.
There you go, mate. Sorry for getting involved, but I'm sick of these people fighting people and not doing it properly, innit? I know the law, man. Your council changed the policy as well.
You don't.
Your policy originally states stands to pick it up, and your council changed the policy. Policy does not trump law, my friend. Does not change law. Section 87, mate. And the 2005 Clean Sheets and Environmental Act says the same thing, my brother. Got him again, look. I thought he was given an opportunity originally to pick it up. I thought he was doing what they're meant to do. But no, he was being sly about it, man. Right. Done my job. Have a good day. I thought you were doing the right thing there, time to pick it up, but you didn't, did you? You're lying, innit? No. That's why I said to you at the beginning, well done, man.
Okay.
So why did the Birmingham City Council change the policy then? Because on the original policy, I know for a fact that it said to tell you to pick it up. Why did it change then?
1 minute.
Yeah, cool.
Should I speak?
Yeah,
you
go
are
on.
done? If you want to speak, you can speak more.
No, you continue.
But when I will be speaking, then you have to listen.
Fairs.
Okay. You are recording me as well?
Yeah.
It's okay. So, once a guy moved away from the litter, the offence is made. Law says this.
Yeah, but you went back and picked it up. It's a grey area, bro.
If I approach the guy and he picked it up, So why he's picking it up? Because I am approaching.
Yeah, then why don't you say
The
don't do
offence
it?
is
Yeah,
still made,
why don't
sir.
you guys say don't do it again, catch you again, I'll give you a fine, because it's about money for your third-party company.
Sir,
You don't work directly for the council,
this
do you?
money doesn't come to me. It goes
I know, to the council, yeah.
Yeah, but we are just enforcing the law. We are doing our job.
You're doing your job. I've caught you doing your job, but you're meant to tell them to pick it up, man.
And we are doing it as
You should
per-
tell them to pick it up and give them an opportunity.
No,
Then
we
people will
can't.
learn. If it wasn't about opportunity and it wasn't about money-making operations, you'd do that, innit?
Sir, we are
And
done.
why have you not got ID on show as well? Why are you not identifiable?
Okay.
Why do they have to get it out and that beg you for your ID and that? You know when you wouldn't show your ID, you have to show. Of course you have to
I have
identify.
shown
You
you.
could be anybody, brother.
It's okay. We are done, sir.
Yeah, sound.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Say like and subscribe, man. Go on.
I will.
La. You're 33,000 people already seen you, man. That'll be another 20,000 people, brother. I praised you at the beginning. I thought you were doing your job correctly. I thought you were given an opportunity, but you didn't, did ya? I don't care about your council. Your council policy doesn't trump law. That's the fact, mate.
Okay then, so I didn't interrupt the last 4.5 minutes because it's pointless. He is just confronting him and explaining to somebody which should know the legislations they are trying to enforce. As he said, I'm enforcing the law. You are not a law enforcement. You are an environmental protection agency enforcement which works on behalf of the council. You're a council worker which is there to give out penalty notices for doing whatever it is you do. I don't even care about your job, to be honest. You're just a money grabbing scheme. That simple. But I do want to congratulate DP for hitting 10k. Congratulations. Also, taking on board what I said in the last video, which is basically just parroted in this video. But if you haven't seen that, it will be linked at the end of this video. It'll pop up and I'll add it into the end card so you can watch that one if you haven't already watched it. But again, like I said, this guy has been caught twice now, misinforming people to hit his quota. It's that simple. And DP's doing a brilliant job in stopping it from happening. That's the second time he has not hit a quota because he's bumped into DP. So, again, good on you, DP. Now, I want to thank my members for being a member. If you want to become a member, click the join button down below and pick a tier. As always, let me know what you thought of this interaction in the comments down below. Like the video because it does help in YouTube's algorithm, and I'll catch you on the next one.